The Reverend is coming to see you, Trevor. Maybe he'll buy you."
"Do you think he will?" asked Trevor hopefully.
"He will when I've lit your fire and cleaned you up." Hey, welcome back everybody to another Thomas Wooden Railway review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Thomas Wooden Railway Trevor. Now, real quickly, I'll start with the backstory. Trevor was first introduced in the Railway Series story Saved from Scrap in the Railway Series book Edward the Blue Engine, which was later made into a TV series episode for the second season. He made a couple appearances after that, mostly as cameos, though, and his last appearance for that time, I remember, was, from what I can remember, was Emily and Dash from the 15th season. And after that, he kind of disappeared, and was brought back in the season 19 episode, Very Important Sheep. And then he got a speaking role in the season after that, in the episode 3 Steam Engines Gruff. So, with his Thomas Wooden Railway model was first introduced in 2000 and then discontinued in 2009, and later being reintroduced in 2017. I'll show you that model in just a minute, but first let's get started with this version. So, as we can see, this model is actually quite nice. I'm not exactly... I don't quite remember the name of his basis, but if somebody could tell me that would be nice. He's got this flywheel right here, which is basically like a gear on the Thomas Wooden Railway item, which is meant to turn the wheel, and it actually works. It's really cool. It's painted in green and a yellow lining on the outside, on the inside. There's a little nail holding it in. He is painted pretty much all green with some very simple yellow and red details on the side. They look pretty nice. This model is pretty well used. As you can see, his funnel is yellow with some black showing underneath. That's a bit unfortunate, but we've just had this for a long time. There's the front. His face is pretty well worn as well. He's got a little bit of edge wear right there. And this is one Thomas Wooden Railway road vehicle that actually makes sense to have magnets, because, he's going to be, pulling, a cart of, apples or something, or hay for horses. More detail on the side. He is not symmetrical, like most Thomas Wooden Railway items, because he needs to have the flywheel on one side. And this is his coal back here. Underneath just says Trevor. And I checked the wheel date, it said 2003 on it. And to my knowledge, I don't believe Trevor was released in any, sets or destinations or anything. I think he was always just sold as just Trevor. So, I'll move him out of the way. And now let's get on to the item that actually initiated this review. I recently went to my local Toys R Us, and I picked up this bad boy. The 2017 Thomas Wooden Railway Trevor, made by Mattel. And already we can see tons of things have changed about Trevor. In fact, I'll just grab this one and to compare. First of all, the difference that I noticed right away is that he is much, much taller. He has definitely grown a lot. Let me move the camera out. And also, another difference is the wheels have changed color. This Trevor's wheels are black, and this Trevor's wheels are a very bright red. And also, the main color has changed as well. I actually much prefer this color of green over this color of green. It just looks much more serious and realistic. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Great Western color scheme in a way. And I like this Trevor more because he has the red wheels. The color of the gear has changed as well to just plain green, no yellow. Still has the magnet in there, or the nail, sorry. He's got this thing that is much taller than it was on this. He's got 2 golden stripes going down right there. His face has been enlarged quite a lot. And his nose is much flatter. And he's actually kind of smiling as well in this version. You can see like the little bit of white for like his teeth showing. Again, not symmetrical on this side. And I actually like this Trevor's detailing quite a lot on this side. It just looks good. This is like my favorite view of this Trevor. Backs are completely plain, as most Thomas Wooden Railway items are. This Trevor says Trevor on the bottom, just like this. This one has the recall codes. And this Trevor is dated 2012, because Mattel is lazy and doesn't like to update their wheel dates. So I'll put that Trevor back there. And also I wanted to compare him to another item that he reminded me of. And it was this item, the Thomas Wooden Railway Fergus. This. He just looked a lot like Fergus to me, and let's just compare real quick. Obviously Fergus is blue, Trevor is green. And now that I'm looking at them, they are kind of similar, but not like super similar per se. So yeah. Alright, thanks Fergus for helping. And put Trevor back there, bring this Trevor back in the frame. And before I end off the review, I have one more thing to show you. So the last thing I wanted to show you all was actually the packaging that this Trevor came in, the new one, because it's quite interesting to me. This is like a new style of box for 2017. This part is the same, the wood, like the cardboard part, but the plastic is actually a little bit larger. And also there's an extra piece of plastic that came inside holding it in, if I can get it out. It's just this thing. So, and that's the box without the plastic thing in it. So, I'll put the camera back here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on Trevor. Overall, Trevor's not really been one of my favorite characters, but he's definitely cool. He has an interesting backstory to him. I think he's cool enough to add to your collection. In terms of which Thomas Wooden Railway model to get, I would say if you can, definitely try to get this one. And if you can't afford it, just buy this one. So, and for ratings, I'll give the old style Trevor about a 8 out of 10. And I'll give the new one a 7.5 out of 10. That's how close they are. They both have their flaws, but they're not like too bad. So, everyone, that was my review on the Thomas Wooden Railway Trevor. If you have any thoughts of your own, please leave them in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you guys.